Olá pessoal, tudo bem? Eu estou aqui pela primeira vez na Fancy Food Show em Nova York, a edição de verão, a gente também tem uma edição de inverno e eu estou muito feliz de estar no segundo dia de feira cobrindo essa que é a maior feira de alimentos especiais da América do Norte. Ontem foi um dia muito bacana, a gente teve a oportunidade de fazer mais de 20 vídeos, eu até já perdi as contas. E quem que vem expor nessa feira, né? Principalmente produtores mais de nicho, de produtos especiais, tanto de produtos como azeite de oliva, vinho, queijos, né? Produtos de maior valor agregado, mas também as startups, as novas empresas, os conceitos mais inovadores. Então a gente tem aí um panorama do que é o alimento especial aqui nos Estados Unidos, na América do Norte. Uma coisa muito forte que a gente tem aqui é essa cultura de empreendedorismo, que eu acho que vocês já devem acompanhar de em outras oportunidades, de outras feiras vocês conseguem ver isso. Então a gente tem muitos empreendedores pequenos tentando o seu lugar ao sol aí na indústria de alimentos, alguns deles trazendo produtos bastante interessantes dos seus países de origem. Então a gente entrevistou uma venezuelana que está trazendo os sabores da Venezuela para cá, entrevistei uma pessoa de Botsuana, uma pessoa de Gana. Então a gente tem essa coisa bem internacional, ou de empresas que estão nesses países e exportando para os Estados Unidos, ou procurando exportar para os Estados Unidos, mas também de países de imigrantes que se estabeleceram aqui e que estão trazendo a sua cultura aqui para os Estados Unidos. A gente tem uma série de eventos que acompanham a feira, não é apenas a feira acontecendo, então a gente tem palestras, seminários. Eu estou aqui do lado do Future Market, que daqui a pouquinho eu vou mostrar também, vou fazer um vídeo ali, que é uma exposição assim de design para mostrar o que seria o futuro da área de alimentos, do mercado de alimentos no supermercado. A gente também tem um painel da Citizenships, onde eu fiz várias entrevistas, trazendo onde a gente tem empreendedores menores, pequenos, que a Citizenships aposta que serão o futuro da indústria de alimentos, então exemplos de como é que o futuro vai acontecer, em empresas reais que estão no mercado, vendendo seus produtos. A gente tem também painéis one-to-one, onde os compradores podem se encontrar com vendedores, né, com empresas. Tem o What's Hot, tem também um pavilhão onde estão as incubadoras, que eu vou conhecer também. Então assim, é uma feira bastante grande. São mais de 6 campos de futebol americano de feira. Dificilmente eu sozinha vou conseguir cobrir tudo, mas dentro do possível eu estou fazendo aqui vídeos para mostrar, para dar um fio aí para vocês, para dar um cheiro de como isso acontece. Muito obrigado por estar com a gente acompanhando esses vídeos e é um prazer ter vocês, espero que vocês gostem da cobertura e aproveitem!
Welcome to the Future Market. We are a concept grocery store that imagines what food will look like in 25 years. So we've created 31 concept products that say, oh, these foods might exist in the year 2040. So we've created this whole store where you can shop basically online, which is how we think food will be shopped for in the future, of products that don't exist yet, but are based on current emerging technologies and changing consumer desires to say, oh, this is what food might look like in 25 years, and just have fun and get creative with how we innovate.
Okay, and I understand that this is not the first installation of the Future Market?
No, it is not the first. We have had other installations in the Future Market. This, I think, is one of the biggest ones we've had. I haven't been to other ones, but it's been pretty interesting to see new people come and really get to experience a place like this.
And what is the response of the general public?
We get a lot of mixed responses. We get people who are really excited about it and they give me ideas, like I could put them on there. And we really hope it gets people thinking to really think outside the box. Some people are a little skeptical, but for the most part we get people who are really excited.
Okay, good, nice.
Alright, so welcome to the Future Market. This is a conceptual grocery store where we're exploring the future of food through concept products. We have 31 concept products. These aren't products that are in production yet, but they're visions of the future of where we might see products happen in the next 5 to 25 25 years. So here's 3 examples of some of the products that we've created. The first product is called Kernza Crunch. Now, if you think about wheat, most wheat is an annual wheat where you plant it once in the ground and you rip it completely out of the ground. What that does is actually create a lot of soil erosion, and it doesn't let the soil become strong and healthy. Kernza is actually a specific brand of wheat that has a much longer root structure, and it stays in the soil, so you don't have to rip the whole plant out every time you harvest it. And what that does is basically create a healthier soil base that is more sustainable and better for the planet. So essentially, Kernza is a very small project right now. We wanted to create a big mass-produced cereal to try to increase demand for it. So we have kind of old school kind of big food tactics to kind of build demand and sell, but instead of kind of having sugary empty calories in cereal, we wanted to have a wheat that was very good for not just people but good for the planet as well too. So that's what Kernza Crunch is.
Okay, so I understand that when you developed the concept of the product as well as the packaging and the price point as well, I guess.
Absolutely. So
How
all the price points. So the price points are all what something would cost today in 2018, and then we have extrapolated the price 25 years into the future, accounting for inflation. So that works out to about 75%.
We have some products over there that are pretty expensive, I guess, more than $100.
Well, you got to take it down about 75%. But sometimes we have appliances and things like that that are a little bit more expensive. So.
Okay.
So this product is called microgreen. One of the biggest trends that's happening in the United States right now is the legalization and the rise of cannabis, not just for recreational use, but for health uses and all these things like that. And one of the use cases that we see it happening in the future is cannabis being infused into food. Not in a way that makes your mind completely go crazy, but in really small doses, in gentle ways, so that much like you would have a glass of wine or a beer or a cocktail, you would have
relaxation
just a little bit of relaxation. And I think that's the difference from the old kind of idea of, you know, you smoke cannabis and then you just kind of are gone for the day, versus something like this where you can spray a little piece of oil infused with cannabis onto your food and just have it have a little bit of a relaxation effect to it. So that's what microgreen is. And the third product here is called Blockbirds. It's a simple product, although behind the scenes it's very complex. The product itself is quite simply a prepackaged piece of chicken. However, we're using blockchain technology to trace the entire lifespan of the chicken from the moment it's born all the way to the moment of slaughter and delivery at retail. So blockchain is a new technology that's very optimized for tracking various inputs and outputs in the supply chain, and you can have a much more granular understanding of what's happening to your food. So really the chicken itself is really a chicken like any other chicken, but you can see it on the package here. In the future we might imagine having something like an e-ink screen, have a full dossier of the journey that the chicken made, which gives the consumer a lot more information about where their food is coming from.
Yeah, blockchain I think will disrupt the food system in a very important way.
Absolutely.
I came from the animal protein world, and I know how important is this traceability issue for them.
Yeah, and the supply chain today is very siloed, very inconsistent. There's not a lot of data that's being shared between the constituents. And it's reassuring because you're starting to see a lot of big players like Walmart and IBM have teamed up and a whole other host of really large companies to try to do tests and pilots with blockchain. And I think it's going to be really interesting to see how they continue to build that out, because they have a lot of influence in the supply chain. So if a Walmart says we're all now going to track everything on the blockchain, that really provides incentive for all the people on the supply chain to kind of get on that same data standard and get more transparent data to customers.
Okay, so now we are in the second day of the Fancy Food Show.
Yes.
And you already had a lot of visitors yesterday.
Yes.
Which was the concept that most surprised people?
Oh, wow. That's hard to say because we have such a diverse set of things. I think a lot of people are actually very interested in blockchain because it's a very interesting topic that people are trying to understand a lot more about right now. So, you know, this product really kind of rings true. You know, we have something for everyone, you know? So whether you're into very kind of futuristic ideas around lab-grown meat, people are gravitating towards that. We're also looking at people that really like things like Kernza Crunch because they're into sustainability issues. So it's a really big variety, but I would say these couple are some of the more popular products that we have.
Good. And since you talked about lab-grown meat, how do you see, are you a designer first of all?
Yeah, so we are food designers and food product developers. So that's our main business is doing food development consulting for food brands.
Good. So how do you see the acceptance of lab meat in the general public, not in the technological, not in the R&D people, but into the general public?
I think it's still, it ranges from either being somewhat polarizing to people kind of fully embracing it, fully hating it, to people kind of just still being very kind of a misunderstood technology, I think, right now. I think it poses a bunch of very interesting questions for people. For instance, if you're a vegan that doesn't eat meat because they don't want to harm animals, how do you feel about this when it maybe doesn't harm an animal the same way or the same much? You know, would a vegan eat this meat? You know, and I think I've heard a whole range of answers from different vegans for different reasons why they like it. Or, you know, we have this whole general trend around people gravitating towards more natural, unadulterated food in general. Yet, kind of lab-grown meat is very it's very manipulated, you know, and controlled, right? But although it's done in a very clean way, right? So there's no clear consensus yet on how people feel about it. I think there's just a lot of it's such a new, wild technology that's posing a lot of interesting questions that we haven't had to deal with before.
Yeah. In the past, food business had some very interesting technologies that might help, I'm sorry for the English, might have helped to change the way we eat. In fact, they have changed. You can talk about GMOs, for instance. But the public acceptance of GMOs is very low or is restricted to some countries. Some more developed countries, you cannot, it's not that, you basically cannot sell that because the general public doesn't want that. Do you think that there is something that the lab-grown meat can do to prevent that, to prevent this rejection, since it's a new technology, might cause rejection in the public?
Yeah, I mean, I think I witnessed an interview from a guy from Monsanto who was actually the inventor of the original GMO, and somebody asked him a question about if you could do everything over again, what would you do differently? And he said he wouldn't do anything differently on the science aspect, but he would do everything a lot differently on the communication aspect. And I think that's one thing that cellular agriculture really needs is not saying they're doing a bad job of it, but they need to continue to kind of do communication and awareness and let people understand the technology for what it is. And I think that's a really big thing that the industry should keep doing.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mike.
Thank you.
All right, hello. I'm Brittany Barton. This is Mark Oshima. We're with Aerofarms. And Aerofarms is the largest indoor vertical farm in the world. Located in Newark, New Jersey. We're here at Fancy Food exhibiting our fabulous, amazing greens. Today we've brought some kale and arugula. We're growing a variety of baby greens, microgreens, herbs, and all kinds of things at our farm in Newark.
And what's exciting is that we're actually growing indoors in warehouse spaces without any sun or soil. And so we're able to think about what the plant needs, but more importantly, we're able to think about how we can grow all year round and be able to serve the community. And so this is really by the community, for the community. We serve the broader New York area. And what's exciting is that we're able to really focus on the plants and celebrate exactly what they are. So we're bringing a lot of excitement to the category, taste, texture, a lot of excitement in terms of different varieties. And so this opportunity, we can really engage the community and have them eating healthy leafy greens.
Yeah, and what technologies are you using with your farm?
So at the heart of what Aerofarms is doing, the Aero in Aerofarms refers to aeroponics.
Yeah.
So we're actually misting the roots as a way of growing that uses 95% less water. We think about fresh water as one of our most precious resources.
Yeah.
How can we do differently? We're able to grow without any pesticides, and so this is really thinking about technology in a very different way. And so Aerofarms, we've been doing this since 2004.
Wow.
This is really a real science in terms of thinking about the plants, the biology, the engineering, the system. So all of the technology and the way of growing is proprietary, and we've developed it to really optimize for the plants.
Yeah, I've heard that some supermarkets are installing things like that inside the supermarket so you can have a close to the market production. Do you also do stuff like that, or?
Yeah, so we're really interested in doing things like that. So with our model, we're really trying to build a local food system. So by having an indoor farm, we're able to locate our farms, getting a little feedback, are able to locate our farms near the supermarkets, near the areas that are actually bringing in their food, rather than the food traveling, hundreds and thousands of miles to get there.
Yeah.
So we're very, very keen on that.
And which vegetables are you growing right now?
Yeah, we have wide range. We've grown the vine crops, we've grown
Wow.
flowers, we've grown. But our commercial farms are really focused on short stem leafy greens and herbs so that we can get as many vertical beds stacked in a space. So when we talk
Yes.
about the growing, it's all of a sudden thinking about growing per cubic foot, not just square foot. And on the baby leafy greens, we've grown over 300 different varieties. So this is an opportunity to celebrate a real rich biodiversity.
Yes.
But it's also an area where we have some of the biggest impact in terms of thinking about that growing and optimizing that. So out in the field, it may take 30 to 45 days. We can grow in 12 to 16 days by giving the plant exactly what it needs when it needs it. So it's really game-changing thinking about how do we have the right kind of business and business model.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's really important to note too that by giving the plant exactly what it needs, it really boosts its flavor profile. And our greens are exceptionally flavorful, so you can tell an immediate difference when you taste ours compared to
So
other.
I had a chance to participate at the Hello Tomorrow conference.
Ah, nice.
And had a chance to share our story. So our focus is very much international.
Yeah.
We have projects in development around the world.
Very nice.
Northern Europe, Middle East, as well as in Asia.
Yeah.
But
Something
the
in
most
Brazil?
Soon, we think.
Soon.
We hope so. We know some of the
Yes, me
challenges.
too.
And so this is exciting that's why we're here sharing our story and getting a chance for people to see what we're doing firsthand and more importantly get a chance for you to taste it.
Yes, let's taste it. Okay, thank you so much. And what are you expecting from the trade show?
Well, we're expecting to meet new companies, gain new interest, get new people excited about what we're doing here.
Okay, thank you so much. Have a nice trade show. Thank you for the interview. And let's taste it.
Thank you, Christina.
Hi, my name is Jessica Levison, and I'm the founder of Peekaboo Ice Cream. Peekaboo Ice Cream sneaks in veggies into every pint. The intention is for people that love indulgent ice cream and may or may not get enough veggies every day. So the idea is you can't taste or see any vegetables at all. Every flavor has a different vegetable. It's certified organic and it's super yummy.
Okay, and why did you start the company?
I started the company because I have kids.
Okay.
My kids don't like vegetables. And I have had an ice cream shop for the last 10 years making ice cream, and I thought, how can I sneak in vegetables without them noticing? So I kept increasing the amount of vegetables till they noticed, and then I stopped.
Okay, so you have this ice cream background when you
Yeah.
started the company.
Yeah.
So the shop is still on?
The shop is still open. It's in Miami Beach.
Okay.
So, and every pint has that amount of vegetables in it. So for
Okay,
example,
I'll just show in the camera.
the cotton candy has that much, that many beets in it, and then that's it. So it has the amount of spinach in this pint of mint chip. That's the amount of zucchini in the vanilla.
Wow, this is such a wonderful concept.
That's the amount of carrots and strawberries in the strawberry carrot. And then the amount of cauliflower in the chocolate cauliflower.
Okay, very nice. So I understand this is the first time you are here.
Exhibiting, yeah.
And what do you expect from the trade show?
I'm so excited for people to taste it and hear what they think, and it's so validating that everyone is excited and loves it.
Yeah, it's a very nice concept. And where people can find you?
So we're shipping out in the next couple of days to 300 stores in Texas. It's a chain called HEB. And then in April it'll be in all 30 Whole Foods Florida region stores.
Wow.
So and hopefully we'll meet a lot of people here that are interested in carrying it.
Okay, thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Have a nice. I'll try now.
Okay, good.
And have a nice trade show. I hope you have a lot of business.
Thank you. I hope so.
Okay. Bye bye.
Yeah, let's go. Start?
Yeah.
Okay, hi there. My name is Ryan. I'm here with Rise Brewing Co. We're a nitro cold brew coffee company based in New York with our own brewery in Stamford, Connecticut. And at this show, we're showing off our new latte flavors that we have on draft, as well as our existing cans that retail for $3.99. We have our original black coffee that's all organic, and we source our beans from Peru. Our cans are pretty special. One, they're shelf stable, but two, they're all infused with nitrogen. And so when you open our cans, they make a pretty cool sound. I don't know if the microphone picks that up.
Yeah,
but
I guess it did.
we have a special can. They're delicious. And Yeah, so we're sold in the East Coast of the U.S. at Whole Foods. We're in the Pacific Northwest at Safeway, Albertsons, and a number of other retailers there. And then we're also available nationally on Amazon and are one of the top-ranked products in our category.
Okay, and how old is the company?
So our company was founded in 2015. Originally, we were bringing kegs to restaurants and offices in the Northeast. And we've expanded that business quite a bit. We now have our kegs everywhere from the New York Yankees to the NBA office, a lot of different offices, private equity firms, and all of them started asking for a ready-to-drink option. When they weren't in the office, they still wanted to enjoy a Rise, and so we looked into developing a can, and in mid-2016 we launched a ready-to-drink version.
Okay, and do you know why the company was founded?
Yes, the company was founded. A couple of our founders were hanging out in an apartment. One of them had a background in beer brewing, and they were just kind of experimenting with, having beer brewing equipment, but applying it to coffee. And they brought some of their just innovations to friends, and everyone kept on being like, "Oh, you gotta start selling this." And so it just it was a pull, not a push. And here we are 3 years later. We have a growing good company.
Very nice. And is this your first time in the fancy food?
So my colleague Melissa and I got to walk the show last year, but this is our first time having a booth.
Okay, and I see that you have a price there.
Price. Yes. So these cans all retail for $3.99.
No, the price.
Oh.
Price.
Oh, the prize. Oh,
Yeah.
yes, the prize. Yes. Last year we won BevNet Best New Beverage, which is a big competition for innovative new beverages. And so we won the competition, and at the end of the year we're also given a Best New Product Award.
And where is the company based?
So we are based kind of half in New York and half in Stamford, Connecticut, although we're gradually adding more people to the Pacific Northwest.
Okay.
So Oregon, Portland.
Okay, thank you so much, Ryan.
Awesome.
And I hope you have a really nice trade show and make a lot of business.
Okay, thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
My name's Alexander. I'm with H Factor Water. This is a pure molecular hydrogen-infused water. So you have a reverse osmosis, the highest level reverse osmosis water with hydrogen, pure molecular hydrogen, cold infused into it. So no electrolysis, no chemicals, no heat that's involved in the process of the infusion. And what you have is H2O compound molecule that has millions of H2 molecules that are bonding to the H2 molecules and permeating that H2O through your muscles, your organs, your tissues, so it's hydrating you insanely fast. So when you crush one of these, you drink it really fast, you'll get a solid, concentrated amount of pure molecular hydrogen that will open you up, and it will literally rush that H2O and permeate it through your brain, which you'll feel like a good boost of energy, mental focus. But that H2 will also actually go through and turn your free radicals that are in your body into water, so you're actually going to sweat that out, pee it out, but more likely than not, it's going to reduce the inflammation in real time. So big boost of energy, you get a good solid reduction in inflammation, and you also get a nice, good focus, mental focus.
Okay, and where is the company based?
So the head offices are in New York City, based out of Bryn Mawr, Pennsylvania.
And I understand that you have a patent
So we do have a patented, this is a proprietary pack. It's a hydro pack. It's actually what contains the hydrogen, because hydrogen escapes through plastic and glass. So it has a nozzle here that you can reseal, take out.
Okay, good. And your colleague was telling me a little bit about why the company was founded, if you can tell the story.
Yeah, so H Factor was founded because our founder actually had a friend that was dying of cancer. And while she was going through chemo, there was really nothing, she felt really helpless. A year or two later, a friend of hers had gone to Japan, their big breakthrough in the molecular hydrogen treatments. And he's got to find a way to try to package it so that people can actually have that form of treatment at home and at a costly and effective rate. So she found a way after a few years in labs in Germany and Wisconsin, Japan, a way to actually infuse the water properly and purely without affecting the integrity of the molecule, and started seeing huge results of people who were going through chemo. Recovery time was diminished, reduction in inflammation, but also an incredible increase in energy.
Okay, good. And is this your first time here at the Fancy
This is our
Food?
second time at the Fancy Food Convention.
And how how about the response of the public so far? This is the first
The
day.
response has been pretty tremendous. So we have a stack here of crushed pouches, but most everybody walks away with a big boost of energy, or they come back for more because of the energy, and they've been walking around, so it's easy on the knees and the back because of that reduction in inflammation.
Okay, and where people can find you right now to buy?
The best way of buying this is, honestly, we're all over about 40,000 stores nationwide, but Amazon is the fastest. It's 2-day free shipping, and the price, if you order by the case, which most people do, you get almost like $1 off the actual pouch.
Okay.
So retail price
how much
is typically about
yes.
$2.99.
$2.99.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, Alexander. Nice to meet you. Have a nice trade show.
Hello, my name is Henry Lovejoy. Our brand is Freshé. They're basically small meals in a tin. There are 4 different SKUs. They all start with a 35% layer of certified sustainable tuna, and the rest is a layer of vegetables and or beans, and then there's a sauce. They're 100% all natural. The beauty of the tinning process is you don't need preservatives. So these have a 4-year shelf life. They're designed by a celebrity chef. These are the 2 other SKUs. They're BPA-free tins, non-GMO, gluten-free, incredibly delicious. One of the things we really like about it for the consumer is that you can eat this at your desk, you can eat it on top of a mountain, you can eat it on a train, you can eat it anywhere. In 1 second, you open the can, you're good to go. They're designed to eat right out of the can, but we've gotten some great ideas for consumers on additional ideas on how to use them. This is a classic Mexican salad, so you can put this on salad greens, similar to the Provence niçoise. Whereas something like the Sicilian caponata, you could put it on top of pasta, you could eat it with bread, or the Thai sriracha, you could heat it up and put it on noodles. But it is designed as a grab-and-go item. It's definitely going to disrupt the category. The food category for canned food here in the United States is dead. There's no great innovation in it. The quality isn't great. So this really is going to change the game. The price point's about $4 US, which is really approachable for just about any consumer.
In retail?
Yeah, for retail. So that's what it's going to cost the consumer, is about $4.
How old is this line?
3 days.
3 days?
Yeah.
You're launching here!
This is the launch of Freshé, and it's been so fun, it's been so energizing. Hundreds of people have come and said it's the best thing they've seen at the show.
Yeah.
The market is so ripe for this. Here in the United States, the healthy snacking category is exploding. The data shows that consumers are eating 5 small meals a day as opposed to 3 sit-down meals a day. They're always on the run. They want something healthy and they want something quick. And this satisfies everything that consumers are looking for.
So where can we find it after the trade show?
Yeah, it's going to be on Amazon very quickly. We have an internet strategy, and we're also going to launch it to 3 or 4 regional retailers in the United States with a really controlled launch, get it out there, be able to tell the story, create some good velocity, and then in about 6 to 8 months, we'll put it in national distribution, and anybody can get it who wants. And hopefully it'll come to Brazil someday.
Yeah, we hope so. Thank you, Henry. Thank you for the interview. I hope that the trade show has been very nice to you.
It's been fantastic.
Thanks so much.
Thank you very much.